Whatever. Good morning. I hope you're doing fucking well. Therapy, though, am I right? Happy therapy day. Good time zone to all of you. I hope you're doing good. I hope you had a good weekend. Oh, yeah. It's boogers. Let's not talk. Man, I use these like I think those things, no shit. Those like
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
I forgot about those. Oh Lord. Barilla, thank you for some of the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings. How the fuck has it been? How? I don't know. I don't know. Time will baffle me eternally. Thank you for some of the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings. Fuck, I forgot. I changed some alerts. Those are great. Oh man, yeah, man. That's a long time. I appreciate you, Brilla. I know. So no shit. These like eye things. I'm sure you guys have seen them. They're supposed to be for dark circles, but they feel so good on my sinuses. I wear them. I put these things on, like these little eye patch things on every day. They feel so fucking good on my sinuses. I don't know what it is. Good morning, Bobo. Oh, it's been 46 years. Can you imagine?
I don't even think I'll live that long. Good God. Thank you for some of the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings for fucking ever. I appreciate you.
You know, Lady Emma, I don't. I haven't really, like, I've seen people do that. They're cold without it. I don't know. They're like in a liquid, you know, they've got like that serum in there and shit, and they're chilly. They feel really cold when I put them on my face. I've never put them in the fridge. I think it's definitely like ADD shit. If I put it in the fridge, I will forget it exists. Out of sight, out of mind. So I gotta like have it in my purview, you know. An ice roller. Yep, I do these ones, and then I have these guys, the Florence by Welch ones by Welch, Florence by Mills. Florence Welch is a singer, Katie. They look like little whales though. They're so cute. But yeah, look at they're precious. Um they just feel so good on my like sinuses in the morning. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if they actually do anything for like we all know anatomically what under eye circles are. Like there's nothing you can do about those. Those just exist. The clock. Oh my god, Revoltcon. I had such a panic when I woke up the next morning. I wake up, I look at like our little digital clock that's not, doesn't set itself. And I'm like, oh yay, oh my god, it's fucking daylight. No. And then rushed out of bed and it's been so long. I think I just got spoiled because I've been taking really good care of myself. My back was just, it fell out, I guess. I slept. That's all I did. But my back, dude, oh, the past 2 days, it was just one of those moments where I couldn't get comfortable. Like there was no position upright that was not pain. I don't, backs. So much better. I mean, I've just been stretching the fuck out of it. Like because I'm so like, I know I have issues. I take really good care of my back. I try to stretch all the time. And it's just once in a while. I don't know what I did. Actually, maybe I know what I did. I don't know. It's better. I can sit. Like I couldn't sit. I couldn't do anything but lay flat on my stomach. It's like this really weird strap around the middle of my back. Just like right across like the bottom of my shoulder blades. And it's like good posture, bad posture, everything just like makes it tweak. Oh god, it's bad. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, I know. I thought about that afterwards. No shit, the heating pad. I've been waiting to use it for my period. I didn't even think about it. It's not bad though, honestly. I stretched the fuck out of it. Oh, Bobo, fuck that. Rod, wasn't that fucking precious? I dropped my energy drink can before I opened it. Is it just me that it just doesn't hit the same out of a cup or something? What the hell is that? Like, I don't like anything out of a bottle. Like, I don't like carbonated beverages out of a plastic bottle. I think they taste different. Like, if you give me a Diet Coke in a can and a Diet Coke in a bottle, I will take the can. The bottle tastes different. What is that? Does it really? That's the face It's the fuck face. Yeah, it's right, Kinger, and it's so weird because it's like, I don't do like, it didn't happen during an action, I just woke up with it, and all I can think of is I must have slept weird. Backs, just take care of your back. Your knees, oh my god, and my it's like, you guys know, my life, I'm just walking chaos. I have a co I mean, for the past, like, 4 years, I've had this constant fear that my dogs are gonna rail themselves straight into my knees when they're running fast. They love I've told you guys they do low gear, where they run really, really fast, and they get really low to the ground, and their tails go straight, and they just start, like, sprinting in the yard really fast, and I will hide against a wall because 'cause I'm like, "They're gonna fuck." I'm told you guys, like, their skulls are cement, I don't know what it is. I've seen them run straight into walls and being unfazed, like, these guys are in I've heard the thunk of the skull. Yesterday, I'm standing in my door, like my back door, dogs are outside doing their thing. I'm just chilling on my phone. They're sprinting and trick for I mean, I don't even know how it happened. Like, it's literally like me, my fucking 8-foot legs in the doorway, and he comes sprinting through the doorway and just head, knee, right into my bad knee. And I mean, it just went numb. I was like, worst fears realized. And he was unfazed. Yay, dogs are the best. But it was the meatiest thunk, and I just, like, gasped and fell over, and Zach was like, "Hurt a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah, just a bit." I know, Rod. He also drinks them warm and uncarbonated. Like, if we're all this way, I'm sure. Drink goblins where you open a can and you walk around with it for a while and then you lose it, and then you go open another can. We'll find it, like, 8 hours later when it's flat and room temperature. Zach loves it. I can't. So gross. Oh my god, happy fucking birthday! I even put honey in my tea for this. Happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Ooh. Happy fucking birthday. I hope you do something glorious or eat something delicious. Back and knee problems, why are me, Scott? I mean, I think our backs and our knees are like the first thing to go, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they are. And it's just like those of us who used our bodies too hard, I guess, get fucked up. Yes. Oh my God, Lady Emma, did it ever happen? Did you get slammed? It's like something that had never happened, but I knew it. Like my instinct was like, they're gonna rail me in the knees one day. Like it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna, and it did. It was bad. Fuck yes, Robo. Dude, Pisces life though, man. Pisces season. We only have like a couple more days of it. Get your cries out. Hips too. Yeah, hips go pretty fast. Yeah. Pisces babies. Oh, physical therapy. Yep. That I started like it was a couple years ago. God, I don't even know anymore. I was in Colorado, definitely, but it was a year or two ago. I my back, like I've just had a bad back. Like I don't have a bad back, but I have, old injuries that love to flare up now that I'm, would like them not to. And I went to a massage therapist. There's this, I don't know what the muscle is, but it's like the muscle that goes down your back under your shoulder blade along your spine. It's like right between my shoulder blade and my spine. I couldn't function. Like I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. Went to a massage therapist and that was a fucking miracle. Like they literally miracle workers on my back. I cried. I mean, it was amazing. It is. Sleeping is a serious extreme sport these days. It makes no sense at all. Good morning, Mark Gibson. How are you, love? You were hit by a car? I've never really thought about it, but I wonder if, getting tap danced on by a horse fucked me up in other ways I was unaware of. I always assumed it was sports, you know? I'm sure it still happens. It's not a generational thing, but I was definitely of the group that was like, "Oh, your ankle's broken. Come here, let me wrap it. Get back on the court." And I didn't think there was anything wrong with that, so I just did. And now it's like all that shit. There's no one here to wrap me up and put me on the court. You know what I'm saying? I just assumed it was that, but goddamn, I did wreck myself as a child a lot. Let us birthday cheers. Hold on. I worked in a daycare for like 5 years. Only got fully taken down by the dogs twice, dude. You are lucky. These dogs, like they are like almost the perfect height to go straight between my legs. Like their head height is like Mavajune if they're in low gear. And I don't know, I guess I'm an obstacle. They love to run between my legs. So I have to stand with my legs tight together against a wall. Otherwise I become like part of the obstacle. And I'm like, not my knee. My mom was out at a park with my family. Two dogs. Oh no. Two dogs off leash came running by, playing and slammed into her. She fell down, broke her ankle and her upper arm. Yeah. It's a serious, I mean, that I'm not, like, it's not an unfound fear for an 85-pound dog to run exceedingly fast into your body with a cement skull. Like, in no way, shape, or form would I shame anyone for being afraid of that. I mean, it hurts. They are solid motherfuckers. Most of the soft tissue damage tends to spit out a fresh hell of issues 20 years down the line. Exactly. Like, my shoulder back crashed into a tree snowboarding as a kid, did nothing about it. Like, months later, literally, months after the incident, my mom noticed that I kept doing this a lot. And she was like, "What's wrong with your arm?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Might have been when I crashed into a tree up on the hill a couple weeks ago." And she was like, "I'm sorry, you did what?" Went and got an MRI, torn to fuck inside. It was this one, but torn to fuck inside, like, just, but I was trained to just ignore pain, I guess. Like, tell me I'm not the only one that got this. Don't be a Sally. Anybody else? Or, show me where it hurts. I'll give you something to cry about. So eventually you just stop telling people where it hurts. That's logical. One of the ones that took me out was a Great Dane. Oh, a puppy. Dude, that's like a full-grown dog. In the first 3 months I worked there, oh my god. Yep, you either do the wide stance with your knees bent or you stand against a wall. Like, I've just learned I have to stand against my fence because I become part of it, and dude, ouch. 60 degree dude, I did that on Sunday because my back was fucked, so of course I manically cleaned the house because I couldn't sit still or do anything. I opened all the windows in the house and just got so much fresh air and dusted. Oh my god. Blew out my PC, so hopefully the fan doesn't sound like a vibrator anymore. Fuck. See, and that's because my mom was an RT, and that's no shade on my mom, but I think I know I have it. Like, you get the scope of, are you dying? Then you're fine because they see people dying every day, and it's really, you kind of have to step back and be like, just because someone's not dying doesn't mean they're not in pain. I have to do that with myself a lot because, I'm sure your dad's similar. You see the worst of the worst, and that's where your scale starts. Rub some dirt in it. Where does it hurt? Yep. Proceeds to poke spot. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Suck it up. Don't be a Sally. I got that. Don't be a Sally. What are you, Sally? Which I think is just don't be a girl for misogynistic rednecks. I don't know. I've never heard anyone else say this. But my dad still. Don't be a Sally. What are you, Sally? Whatever the fuck that means. Just found out one of the people I went to high school with was at the Oscars. And they were going to be in Oppenheimer, but their scenes got cut. I mean, still a pretty cool opportunity that they were kind of in it-ish. Oh, absolutely, Scott. No shit. When I was in 8th grade.
Has a very special pineapple for your ass.
Thank you, Carrie Berry. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing's sexier than pure sober consent. I fucking appreciate you. No, I forgot I changed the alerts. Don't forget your Prime sub. When I was like in 8th grade, I got really, really bad cramps, as usual. But my mom thought I was faking it because she thought I wanted to go home from school. and the nurse was like, "You have to come get your daughter, like, she's crying," and my mom was so angry that she ended up wrecking our like, flipping our van on the way home, like, fury driving me home. It was terrifying. I never told her again. I was in pain. My sister and I got, "Are you bleeding? Can you move it? You're fine, go play." Mhm. "You didn't get poked in the wound?" I'm shocked. Our parents have had so much in common. I'm surprised you didn't get your injuries stabbed or twisted or, you know, whatever, told they'd give you something to cry about. Oh god, I mean, your coccyx, that's one of those things you probably know. It's one of those areas of your body where if there's a problem, you know really quickly. My stepdad told me when he was in high school, he was a basketball player because he's really tall and skinny, and he fell so many times on his ass that his coccyx snapped and curled under, and he had to go into the doctor, and they had to finger his in his butthole and, like, pull it straight again. You'd know, is what I'm saying. I think he, like, knew. Yeah, your coccyx is crazy. So, you have your spinal cord, which is, like, individual vertebrae. Your coccyx is, like, vertebrae that are fused together to create, like, your tailbone and everything, and they can break apart. I know, imagine your butthole fingered at 16 to get your tailbone out of it. Second time I got taken down was when splitting up a fight, yeah. Happens occasionally in doggy daycare, they were fine, but I tore my shin. Ooh, yup. One of the things that I'm constantly aware that could happen, but has yet to happen, is my dogs could absolutely take off and take me with them. Like, on their leashes, when I walk them, they are good. Like, I have worked with them, they're great, but if they wanted to take off, they could take me with them. Like, they're so strong and heavy. Them to get like, them together is almost my exact weight, actually. They could absolutely take me. Yeah, if you're not bleeding, broken, or dead, then you better not be crying about it. Exactly. Like, your parents had other shit to do. Like, work. I can tell my brother, got that shit from my parents because when he was looking at a wound on my mom, he started poking it with. I give you the right to slap him in the face if that ever happens again. Act like a child, get treated like a child. What the fuck? Uh, oh. Good God. Good morning, Anubis. Your coccyx is pretty hardcore, but you think about it, like, the taller you are, the harder you fall, obviously, and then repeated like, did you if any of you played basketball? I mean, I fell constantly. It's all you do. I mean, it's like snowboarding. You just fall over, and you're falling on those shitty, like, wood floors and shit. It's a lot. I mean, it's just hard on your body. It has to be a pretty hard fall. For my eyelids, Tabby, oh my god, are you excited? My mom would've, but my dad had your dad had field medic training and horror stories of infections, so he made her be serious about his bleeding. You know what's crazy? We never like, my mom, even seeing all the worst infections in the world, she never really worried about infections. We cleaned our wounds and stuff, but slightly afraid I'd fractured something that was sore for, like, a month, but I'm fine now, relatively speaking. Probably bruised. I think it's pretty easy to bruise your coccyx, actually. I've only there's human beings our age who have never broken a bone before. I guarantee there's one in chat at least. I can't fathom it. Yeah, no, there's people, tell me. Boom, Kona, I knew it. See? It baffles me too, trust me. I just go about the world assuming everyone else has been stepped on by a horse. Look at all of you. I know. It's crazy. It's wild. And it's not that these people aren't going out and doing the same things that we do. We just get hurt instead. I don't know why. It's crazy to me. See? I know. See, I don't know if I'm a klutz or if I just put myself in horrible situations. I don't know. I was constantly injured as a child. I have no idea. I, y'all are, did you have parents watching you? Is that what? Never broken a bone. Rod, I didn't know you've never broken a bone. Damn. Dad's experience was from Vietnam, so she didn't argue with him about that. Good, because he probably saw the worst of the worst of the worst. 42 and you have to break a bone. I'm impressed. You've got a special little angel over your head because the rest of us out here are just breaking things left and right, man. By falling off a horse. What horse? That's actually really common. Never broken a bone. That's crazy. And the glean. Oh, crispy. How did you do that? Ow. Aw, McTaggart. Isn't Vissy the best? You've never been stung by a bee? Stop it. Are there other people who have never been stung by a bee? I thought that was like chicken pox. You just happened. 53. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna knock on wood. I mean, honestly, I'm impressed. I still, like, I feel like I've broken toes and stuff in the last couple years. Just, how? Never. I haven't been stung by a bee in a few years now. But I mean, it's not like I'm out fucking with bees. Oh my god! You got stung on the back of your head by a hornet? Ah! What? Oh my god. What? You know, I was gonna tell my bee story, but you win. Oh. On your head. Oh god. I'm like poking my head in sympathy. No. Ugh. It was broken during a particularly bad shoulder dislocation. I landed on my right side with my arm fully I'm sweating. That made me sweat. Fully extended above my head from a dive. This might be a stupid question, but what did that feel like? Oh my god, Don, you were one of the late chickenpox people. Did you get it really, really bad? In the armpit? So, in my experience, Molly, bee stings, it depends on where you get stung. Like, I've gotten stung on my, like, hand or arm or whatever when I'm just gardening on accident. It's fine. It hurts for, like, 1 second, and then it's over with. But I've gotten stung, like, on the bottom of my foot. That is horrific. I don't know why. Probably because you use your feet all the time. That fucking sucked. That's probably one of the worst. Um, my bee story that Viata wins over it's not near as bad, I don't think. This was like I can't remember the year, but it was early 2000s, maybe late 90s, and there was just this year in Washington state that was overrun with bees, honeybees, actually. Super weird. It was this was far before killer hornets or anything like that. But we were just like you couldn't have food outside. You couldn't open a beverage without 20 bees within a minute just be crawling into your soda or something. It was crazy. And we were actually camping on the property we eventually built our house on in Eastern Washington. And I was laying out in like a like a beach chair thing out on the lake, and I had this sunscreen that apparently smelled sweet, and a bee crawled inside my belly button and got stuck and just decided to start spinning and stinging. It only stung once, but the spinning was a lot. That was terrible. I know, I'd rather get a bee. Horseflies are disgusting. I don't think horseflies sting. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they just bite and it's horrific. Like, not just bite. They have huge jaws and they're a horror story. A story. But yeah, I think they bite. They're disgusting. I hate them. The back of your neck? Ah! These are the places I don't wanna be stung. Head, neck, no. They were making nests outside our back door and we didn't know about it. I went out the back door, it pissed one off enough, it chased me across the yard, slammed oh my god! Dude, no. I broke my arm in 3 places on a trampoline. Oh my god, did I ever tell you how my sister got her head stuck in the springs of a trampoline one time? Trampolines are the devil. I don't know how I mean, I think there's actually a bunch of insurance companies, like home insurance companies, that will not insure you if you have a trampoline. They're so dangerous. Oh yeah, my brother. No shit. So Vis, you'll love this. So we watched wrestling as children, as I'm sure most of us all watched wrestling. Which holy crap, the news on all of that recently. Not shocking, but gross. My brother Corey was obsessed with it. My little big brother. He's only like 5'4", but he's 4 years older than me. And he was obsessed with it. And he would go on the trampoline. He would rip his shirt off and say, "The beatings will now begin." In no way am I exaggerating. The beatings will now begin. And if all of the girls didn't go to the trampoline to get the shit beat out of themselves, he would chase us down and do it not on the trampoline. So like, we had to like walk to our own like. And he shoved my sister's head between the springs and just like kept jumping on the trampoline. Just pinch, 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 pinch. It was horrific. He's karma's come for him, let me tell you. Never been stung. I'm jealous. Hard dragonflies, yeah. They have huge, nasty jaws. In the daycare, we had a wasp issue one summer. Oh god, we had to keep the dogs inside and murder all the wasps that got in. I mean, where were they coming from? How were they? Was there like a nest? Yes, my little sister Sarah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like most of the time trampolines come with that like foam pad that sits on the springs and you tie it on. But once you've had your trampoline for many years and you live in Washington State, which is very much like England, and the rain that is constant, like the constant just mist rain, it just melted that pad. So that pad was there for like a year, and then it was just these open springs, and it was super easy to just fall between them. And if anybody else just kept jumping because they thought it was hilarious, they would. In the forehead? Dragonflies absolutely bite. Correct me if I'm wrong, dragonflies are like the apex predator of the insect world, I believe. Like in many, 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 many ways. Not just their flight patterns and shit. They are, yeah, they like the way that they can fly and stuff with their double wings is better than any other aerial animal, I guess. I watched something on it. It was really fucking interesting. But they have jaws just like a horsefly. Just like, so like, love your dragonflies, respect them, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Yeah, their larval form even has the giant jaws too. Yeah, they're gorgeous. I love dragonflies. And like Viata said, dragonflies are key to mosquito population control. Do not kill dragonflies. Like, nurture, worship, don't touch. Just leave them. Damselflies are harmless, but they're delicate. You'll probably kill them if you touch them. Yeah, we need them around. Like, just because my sister read a beautiful quote a couple years ago, and it changed her life. She gave the quote to me, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was along the lines of, "Why do we feel the right to kill things just because we fear it?" And it made her stop killing spiders, which was amazing. She has a fucking wild fear of spiders. Me too. Dragonflies are fucking amazing. I shit you not, I live in Denver, Colorado. And I know there's like half the world thinks it's aspen trees and mountains, but that's like an eighth of the state. The rest of the state looks like Kansas. That's where the normal people live. I get dragonflies. I wish I could like sprout wings and follow them back to the water. Like, where are you fucking coming from? I'll get them in my yard. It's very baffling. I just don't understand. There's no water here. Oh, is a Frank video on dragonflies? I don't think we've watched that one on stream. I don't even know if I've seen that one. I've seen all of his videos. I'm feeling a little baffled right now. Yeah, ladybugs will bite. Yeah. I mean, honestly, anything with a mouth will bite. Like, potentially. It's just whether or not it's strong enough to, like, break your skin. Yeah, just don't fuck with them. Exactly. A dragonfly will never bite a person unless you, like, sit on them. Like, they're gonna stay the fuck away from us, right? No shit. Pitsy says Letterkenny and Shoresy available on Netflix and Amazon for all the Euros out there. If you don't feel like acquiring things in other ways. You know. What up, Kat? How are you? Thank you, Kat. That's literally what I was just saying. I said correct me if I'm wrong because I couldn't remember, but Like, they are like, dragonflies are the apex predator of the insect world and maybe of the world. Like, if they were bigger, we would die to them. Like, they would win. I'm here, just drying up, shriveling in the desert. If you're not careful when inoculating an aquarium with microbes, you can get a dragonfly larva. Oh my god, the little larva guy will eat all the fishies. I mean, I'd be, like, sad and happy at the same time. Like, that'd be really cool, but also sad fishies, you know? Like, I'd be really excited for the dragonfly larva, but also, there went all my fish. I taught my sister-in-law about tarantulas. Fuck yes! They had no idea they weren't poisonous and some other facts, but I was proud. I mean, seriously, the misinformation that's spread about literally everything ever in the whole world is crazy. Before I started keeping tarantulas, I didn't know there was no such thing as a deadly tarantula. But I've also grown up everywhere I've ever lived in my life is just black widows. So I'm not really like I've grown up with that respect of like you leave me alone, I leave you alone. They're not aggressive. Like it's not going to jump at me. If it's in my house, it goes outside like I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting that we're fed, arachnophobia in movies like that and then no real anything. Like instead of a movie Arachnophobia where it's giant unrealistic spiders, how about we make a movie about bed bugs? Something that's legitimately terrifying and as a result of just being filthy. Like, let's get people scared of something actually kind of gross, right? Because without spiders, we would be overrun with mosquitoes. Can you fathom how many flying insects there would be in the world if it wasn't for spiders? Oh my fucking god. Like clouds. Clouds. All the ladybugs are emerging. Oh god, my house in Washington used to do that. I don't know why, but it'd be the door frames only. The door frames of our house would just be covered in ladybugs. There's a new Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me. Robo tagged me in it yesterday. Uno momento. Or he tweeted it at me and I did not watch it because it's Pisces season, which means we cry together. And I have a feeling that this one's gonna kill us. Hold on, let me pull it. Thank you for reminding me. Don't autoplay. I hate you so much. So um, I'm very excited for that one. So if you guys don't know the charismatic voice, obviously charismatic voice, fucking the goddess of the world. We watched a few videos of hers the other day where she was reacting to good music. So do you guys remember wasn't yeah, Robo, you tweeted at me the fucking charismatic voice, didn't you? Yes, unless there's a different you on Twitter. Were you pre-drunk? I was gonna say, who the fuck have I been talking to? Okay, I was gonna say the fuck because I saved it on purpose. Uh, yeah, they just have a really high success rate and they're really good flyers. Some like that. There's some crazy predator stat on them though. Need a movie about giant mosquitoes and huge spiders come along to save the day. Exactly. Like spiders should be the hero. They want nothing to do with us. They just want to eat icky bugs that want to give us diseases. Dragonflies during the Mesozoic era had wingspans roughly 30 inches. I don't know where my ruler is. What? No. Does that mean the face was like the size of a rabbit? Yeah, that's just short of a fucking meter, right? No. Nope. Yes, I agree. Hold on. You're right, Scott. I didn't watch this either, but for more reasons than just wanting to watch it with you guys. It looks depressing. So, if you didn't know, there's a new Legal Eagle video. And I think learning about dragonflies with Frank will be a really good brain bleach because, as we all, I think, knew in our heart of hearts, the Supreme Court bent us over and non consensually fucked our butts dry. And by our butts, I mean the world and America. Not that anyone's shocked, you know, but like, I don't know. The world is exhausting. The world is exhausting. I just haven't tried it yet, Vis. That's it. I haven't had time to like sit down and like pay attention. Like to sit down and just chill and like sit with it and figure it out. I set it up and everything. Also, oh, I none of my bowls create an airtight seal on it, and I don't know what to do about that. So I looked at the website and I saved it this morning, and I was gonna look and see if they had a different because like I looked at the instructions. You know how the bowl sits on that other side? It's not airtight. Like it just, you know what I'm saying, right? It feels like it's just gonna fall off. I will. That's what I was. Get out of my head. I was just gonna say. I'm just gonna send you a video. But yes, someone gave us, I believe, this a Frank Dragonfly video, which will be excellent brain bleach because the Frank is hilarious. He gives good feels. He's hilarious. I don't know. He's funny. Did I? Oh my god! I'm today. My brain is on top of it. I had to run to the dispo yesterday for a restock. They tossed me a free pre-roll. Dude, lucky. Freebies are the best. RBG, she's evacuated her grave. I know, it's just, it's like, I don't, it's actually not glass on glass. It is glass on plastic. It's too far. I can't reach it. I put it on my little side table over there so I wouldn't knock it over with my fucking talk arms. But so like, so you know you have your two where the bowl sits. So instead of this being the male part on that other bong, it now becomes the female part, and that other bong has like a plastic jutting out piece that the bowl is supposed to sit on. But if it's not an airtight seal, it just like, you know, it's not like seated. I thought about just putting a rubber band on it, like a tiny ass rubber band or something. But I'll figure it out. Uh, how? Oh my god, $30 McDonald's, dude. That's how would you even do that? Plain burger, cheeseburger. Oh, large fries, sugar donuts, strawberry. Oh, it's the milkshake. Their milkshakes are more expensive than anything on their fucking menu. I swear to God. Literally, cat, get out of my head. I have those for for hairdos. Hair. I feel like there's a fucking dog hair on my face. For like doing little braids and stuff, I have these fucking little tiny rubber bands, and I was just thinking that like a gasket kind of, right? Because it's not. There's no heat, so it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like no heat is exposed to that part of it. See, I have that too, Sir Omlin, but I don't. That's not gonna like leach. That's not chemical. Like I don't. It's not got weird chemicals, right? I don't. I have duct tape, but duct tape would leach chemicals. If it's got to be something's got to go on it. That's why I thought a rubber band. Something's got to go on it to make that airtight seal that has nothing that can be affected by water or heat. And then I'm inhaling that. The fumes of melted plastic seems bad. I was thinking maybe plumber's tape. I've got plumber's tape too. I've got it. I've got so much crap. I thought that changed. Our size is still bigger in the US. Well, what do you mean? Like our small is bigger than everybody else's small, or like we have I don't even know if supersize exists anymore. I don't know. I don't eat fast food enough. Does supersize still exist? I've got electrical tape too, but I've definitely got silicone. And at least silicone, I know silicone won't be affected by heat. You know? Like once silicone is cured, there's no chance of it leaching. There's not another word for it, leaching chemicals into my body and killing me. Yeah. See, I think I've got some silicone O-rings. Everybody has a junk drawer, right? Where you throw every tiny little bag of extra pieces that come in everything ever. I swear to God, that drawer is a heaven sent. I'm like, I need a hex screw that's exactly 3.9 centimeters long and has a flat. It'll be in that drawer. It'll be in there. O-rings from gauges. I've got so many of those, and those are all silicone. I think I actually have one in here right now. Maybe. Unless I threw it away like an idiot. I know I have some gauge O-rings. I just don't know where they are. But you're right. I never change my gauges anymore. So I have to look for them. Could not a hundo where I left them. I'm guaranteeing there's probably 3 in my bed. Let's be real. No, I washed my sheets recently. Everyone has a junk drawer. Very much so. I mean, it's like chaotic, but I swear to God, if you need that weird little screw, little something, it's in that drawer. The little gauge O-rings are probably in that drawer. Probably. Is my ADHD too strong today? I'm sorry if I seem scattered. I think it's just when I go more than when I go more than 12 hours without streaming, I just have a lot of energy. I get really excited. Silicone won't even start to melt or deform until you go over 600. Yeah, there's no fucking way. I'm not torching it. Is it just bad? Oh, take your joy. Is my GoXLR just not working? It wasn't working the other day either, and I'm confused. What's wrong with you? What the fuck? I'm baffled. It was weird the other day too. Like my
Satan works. I hear this.
but I don't hear any of my board alerts. So weird. Hold on one sec. I have an idea. Wasn't it literally 2 days ago I was talking about how much I really like GoXLR and I'm gonna keep trying to use it until the software dies? If I jinxed it, I'm gonna kick my own ass. Fuck. I'll fucking murder you. Weird. It's totally routed right. Huh. Maybe it's GoXLR is actually failing. I'm gonna restart it. Please hold.
Fucking what the fucking fuck? Who the fuck this fucking? How did you do fucking fuck?
Thank you for resumming the class. Even the Classy 11 giving 8 swings for 27 months. I fucking nope.
Appreciate you, Pendragon. Thank you. Is GoXLR gonna be a cunt now? Yay! It's back!
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as
did it.
smooth as velvet.
winning. Cheers. Yours was going crazy yesterday? I restarted the software and it seems to be okay now, but Go XLR is one of those things where it just will go, it just needs a restart sometimes for no particular reason. Doesn't really make sense. Same with Discord for some reason. Go XLR and Discord, bastards. Via opinion, I'm ready. This is this Starcadian? Yep, Starcadian. Yeah. This is Night Games by Starcadian. Yeah. What opinion, love? My shit's smoking itself one moment. PTFE is Teflon. Okay, no shit. So they say that you can't use Teflon pans if you have birds because fumes come off of Teflon pans, sit in the air, and then your birds will die. So if I'm like imagine huffing a Teflon pan, is that gonna affect me? Oh god, what color should you dye? I have some purple Iroiro left over. I have dark blue and turquoise hair color. Oh. What did you think the difference what did you think of Brad Mondo versus Iroiro, by the way? Side note. Do turquoise. It's like almost St. Patty's Day. And it's like, you know, spring. I don't know. That sounds fun. I fucking love turquoise. That's one of my favorite colors. Oh, dude, hold on. I'll give you this playlist I've been listening to is literally like the Starcadian playlist. I'll just give you the link to it one sec. They're great. I know. I love Starcadian. Ah, here you go. Yeah, it's like all their shit mixed up, which I really like. They don't really do concept albums, so you don't really need to listen to them in order. And a lot of his music is like soundtrack, you know, like OST kind of stuff. And you like if you listen to just his album straight, usually the last 5 songs are OST songs, and it can get a little drowny for me. Like I need a little bit more in there. Iroiro smells better. That's about it. I felt the same. Brad Mondo's color. Did you see that he has like he released a new color recently, Vis? It is I can't remember the term he used. He said it's like a color shift hair dye. It's limited release. He said he's never going to release it again. Yeah, I haven't seen any reviews of it. I'm curious to see if it actually does something. Have you seen anyone talk about it or if it works? Because I have not. How would that work? Thank you. I have no idea how the fuck you can create, I mean, how, right? Because the whole idea of color shifting is how the light hits. It's gotta be a lighting thing, but how, like, molecularly speaking, I have no idea how it works. Like, I just can't stop thinking there's metal in it. Because metal causes the shift, right? Nah, dude, David. Maybe if it was a green-blue shift, but it's a purple-pink shift, and that ain't me. But if it was a blue-green shift? Maybe. Right? And he said, or it's a blue-purple, excuse me, blue-purple. I don't think it's ever coming back. Like, I watch his videos all the time, and I don't think he said it's not, they're not gonna manufacture it again. But, like, I love Brad Mondo. He's great. So, this is the dye, allegedly, but then how is that a shift? Is it me? Is it just me? Like, where's... Okay, it's not just me. I want to see it. Because I love Brad. Like, I want it. This is the pink shift one, right? Yeah, so it's supposed to be a purple pink. I don't get it. Low light and bright light. Okay, so like, um, I I'm not the only one having a feeling here. Like, yeah, no shit. Everything looks different in low light versus high light. Like any hair color. Cool. Okay. Like that. I love you, Brad, but what? Everything looks different in low light versus bright light. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It seems I mean, this is probably why he's never manufacturing it again. Let's be real. He said it multiple times in his recent videos, like, we're not making it again, it's limited edition. Seems cool. His hair color is dank and lasts a very good long time. I would say it's on par with Row as well. The reason I asked this is you have hair like mine, coarse and thick and dry, because we bleach it. I find that Row goes so much further than any other hair dye I've ever used. What do you say? Like, just in terms of how much I have to use? Like, I have dyed my hair 3 times now off of the same bottle of the same squeezy thing of Row. I just need like, it just goes so far. And I feel like every other hair dye out there in the world, I mean, I've talked about this before, but Vibrant hair dye, it's basically just conditioner with pigment in it. That's all it is. I feel like it's just gotta be a really shitty conditioner or something. I don't know what's going on. It's like, I mean, Manic Panic, for instance, I'd have to get like 3 little pots for 1 head of hair. It would take that much. But Aurora, like I said, I've been working off the same squeezy 3 times in a row now. And I don't know what they do, but something about it, man. Roro's dank. If you like vibrance, and I mean, I think they make natural colors too. But if you like vibrance, they're kind of the shit. It's just the lighting. Excuse me, right? Yeah, except for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't think Brad's has the same conditioning, and it's probably something to do with, like, whatever conditioner it is probably affects the pigments and stuff. I get it. Like, the more, other stuff you put in, the less pigment you can put in. He wants the stuff to be as pigmented as possible, which I totally get, but I'm sure you're kinda like me in that when I dye my hair, I usually just put on all that dye and let it sit for hours because it's a heavy conditioner, and I bleach my hair so often, it's so damaged, like, I want that. My hair dye day is like spa day. It's like, "This is the day you get treated, bitch." My hair feels so smooth afterwards, and with most others, it just doesn't. Roro truly's got it. I don't know what it is, though. Oh my god. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is amazing. Oh, dude, you wanna know something? Oh, hi, bud. Something disappointing, though. I tried a new what is it? I actually threw it away or donated I donated it, but I tried a new, not new, but there was a Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal that was supposed to be like French toast or something. I didn't like it at all. I was sad. Food stable at lower temperatures, it begins to deteriorate at temperatures at about 260, 500 F. 260 C, PTFE coated cookwise is unlikely to reach dangerous temperatures. With normal uses, meat is usually fried between 200. Okay, so you have to basically okay. And most cooking oils start to smoke before the temperature of 260, 500. I think almost all of them, right? A 1973 study, a 4-hour exposure to the fumes emitted by PTFE cookware heated 280 C. 536 was lethal for parakeets. That's really hot. Like, isn't that broiler temp? I don't doubt it, Rod. I never get fancy coffees like that because I swear to God, they're like, yeah, we're just going to put 7 pumps of this in it, sugar, syrup. And I'm like, but I wanted coffee. I just wanted a coffee. I couldn't I just have a coffee? I'm a crack addict for cinnamon, man. I've definitely gone overboard. Big, really? Bummer. The Northern Boys are the shit. See, this is the we've gotten into the soundtrack era of his music. I use a Korean bonding conditioner on my bleached hair. It works so well. I'm gonna have to look for that. Hold on. I gotta write it down. Is that, I mean, I'm sure we've all been. I don't even know how to say this. What's your visceral reaction when you hear the word Olaplex? Stop trying to make Olaplex a thing. Good afternoon, Dramonic. How are you? Olaplex is an additive that they put in hair bleach and shit like that will help your hair not fall apart as bad from the bleach. The fuck? That's your sister. Get out of here. Don't be a weirdo. I gotta write this down. I mean, that's the thing with a lot of those bond repairs. You use them like once every couple of weeks or something like that. A Yunche bond. But for a while, like literally for the past probably 15, 20 years, Olaplex is the only thing on the market that anyone ever knows about ever. And I'm fucking you not, Rod, when I tell you, like, I've talked about how expensive it is to get my hair done when it was like long and it's so thick and so heavy. They just charge me by the hour at a certain point because it's gonna take all fucking day. Like I'm their one client. So I understand it, like no judgment at all. But like when you look at the price breakdown of what it costs to get your hair done, like the time of the bleach and all the products and everything, and then the Olaplex, like it'll be a pod that's like this big, looks like a chapstick pot, and it's like $53. And they just peel the top off and throw it in the bleach, and it's because Olaplex is the only thing, so they've got the market. Like they've got their hands on the balls of the market, and they can charge whatever the fuck they want. It's so, but it was like if you bleach your hair, I guarantee someone put Olaplex in your shit. Because it's all there was. But it does help, honestly, a lot. I don't drink coffee at all. People always ask me how I survive at work. You know, Pat, I had to cut back, honestly, when I was working at the hospital because night shift, it was always so fucking cold that I just honestly just wanted to hold a hot cup. Like I just like walking around, I just wanted a hot cup to hold around to keep my hands from going dead. And the first couple years of working in the ER, I noticed I was drinking so much coffee. I mean, all night long. All night. It would make me almost like scared to drink water because water was cold. I couldn't get hot water anywhere. And so I started drinking hot cocoa. I was really hoping I know. I did some fabric dyeing. I know. I was like, "Is it up?" Yeah, it looks. You wanna know the word the it's I w it was I'm so I just get disappointed in myself because like, the first half of the dyeing process, I wore my big pink rubber gloves that I told you guys about that I got, that I was so excited, and then for the second half, I just was like, "Meh. What the fuck?" And now we've got green honestly, it's actually green and purple. Great. Sick. My hands look like shit. I know. It's like, if you're gonna put the effort in to put the effort in, put the fucking effort in, Katie. Moron. I love you, Emma. Be safe. Really, I'm glad because I seriously, I mean, the amount of times I say to myself, "God damn it, Katie," just all day. No one is around. I just am like, what is wrong with you? What is going on? I appreciate you guys. You guys make me feel less like a psycho idiot, just like spinning in circles in my house, chasing my own tail. So I had all that muslin. Like I bought like literally 10 yards of just natural muslin linen on Amazon for like 20 bucks to make the boys capes. And I had half of it left over and I had a bunch of material dye. and I have ADHD. And I saw those 2 things within the span of 15 minutes, and so it happened. Oh. It was in my eyesight, doable, so it was made. Honestly, I started thinking about it afterwards because that's seriously how most of my projects get started. I just, like, see something and I'm like, "I could do that," and I just do it. Um, I thought about making it cool because next year at Burning Man, the theme is, Alice in Wonderland, I guess, or some play off of Alice in Wonderland. That's gonna be the theme at Burning Man. So I was trying to think of stuff I could do with it, like some sort of costumes or something. It's, eggplant is one of them, and then the other one's Kelly green. Kelly green? Kelly green. But yeah, I was dipping my hands between the pots, and so it's this disgusting, like it's a shift! Look, it looks different in different light. Oh, man. I know, Vis, when I can afford the shipping. Dude, shipping, though. Fucking Christ. It's so expensive. I just don't like, I don't know how anyone's shipping anything anymore. It's crazy. And that's what I appreciates about you, Pendragon. My my final words will be, "Well, that didn't work." Mine'll probably be something along those lines. Like, I was telling people the other day, I had one of those off days where I was sewing this dress bodice together, and I sewed the sleeve on inside out 4 times in a row before I just was like, "It's not your day, Katie. We should walk away from this right now." I did it again yesterday. I had some leftover leather scrap, and so I was like, "Oh, I could make a cute choker with it." And I so tediously, so delicately spent so much time tediously, delicately gluing the magnet closure onto it backwards. I'm tired. What the fuck do you mean by a Burning Man partner? No, 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 you need to find a big camp. A big established camp that's looking for little worker bees. Not a You don't wanna go solo your first year. Chaos Angel? Is it just chaos? Yep, as I trip over something and die. That's relatable, though. I have an autoimmune disease and less than a month out from finishing my chemo. Oh, and I went into a flare over the weekend. Jesus Christ. I bought tickets for Fall Out Boy. Fuck yes. Months ago, went last night. I was on the floor. I realized I'm too old for this. Was it amazing, though? Although it was fantastic not having to walk up those steps. Oh, God. Steps. Dude, was the show great, though? I always thought the end of the planet would be announced by, holy shit, it works! He's done it. It's too fucking real. Like me and fireworks, sees metal pipe and some firecrackers, puts all the firecrackers together and puts them in the pipe and lights them. Insta rocket launcher. I think of like weird craft shit to make though, because I've got so much scrap craft just sitting around, like scrap stuff that it's good quality, amazing things that no one would throw away. Like it's scrap in terms of like really useful stuff, but like small pieces. So I'm constantly trying to think of other things to do with it. Just in terms of like using things, not creating so much waste. I feel like there's a lot of garbage in the fucking world. The best, yes, good. When you get an invite, do you know people that go to Burning Man that have a camp? The way that Burning Man functions, but I don't have a camp. So like technically I can't invite you. It's not my right. I would have to break off of my camp and initiate my own camp. Does that make sense? By camp, I mean extremely established group of people who have been going for 20 years. There's usually leaders who are in direct contact with the people who run the organization, and that's how they like establish their grade in terms of their spot where we get to be on the circle, how clean we keep our camp, et cetera, et cetera. But like you you either get invited by a leader of one of those big camps or you can apply. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I mean, I'll ask Zach, but like, I know Costume Cult is absolutely one of the biggest, most established camps. That's how you really, most of the time, get into Burning Man, unless you start fucking a burner. And like, the leaders trust them, your fucking buddy. You know what I mean? You can go on your own. Like, you could literally just go buy tickets and get your own solo spot. Wouldn't advise it. You'd have a bad time. In my opinion. There's so much value in going, like, and staying with just a group of people who you get the jive of the works of it. You know? But that's every single burner I've ever met. That's how they start going to Burning Man. Unless they're what are they called? Oh my god, I forgot what they're called. The ones that just look all pretty all the time and live in a giant trailer. Oh my god. Glitter, is it a glitter pony? Sparkle pony? Sparkle pony? It's a glamper, absolutely, but they have a special term. I mean, that's the exact term I use. I think it's called a sparkle pony. But they're the type of people who don't join a camp. They don't really join the community of Burning Man. They're there to look pretty and take pictures of themselves for nothing else. So therefore, they don't want to be in a camp and they don't want to integrate into the culture of it. Sparkle Pony, I think, is the burner term. Like, that's a direct burner term. Absolutely. Like, if you guys have ever gone somewhere and you just want to live your life and there's some goddamn TikToker trying to record something in front of the thing that is your life, Sparkle Ponies are doing that every 4 feet at Burning Man. It's like this structure dedicated to a woman who died of cancer 2 weeks prior, and there's someone half naked under it, like, jacking their fucking camel toe up so they look hot for Instagram. It's wild. I mean, each to their own, that's the burn, but, like, I highly, like, seriously, Burning Man subreddit is the best place. Burning Man website's amazing, but then look for those big camps, because tickets officially go on sale, I believe, in less than a month. Early bird tickets, which is established camp tickets, which means if you want to apply to be in those camps, you need to start looking for applications now. Because tickets get bought so fucking early, especially for those giant camps. I mean, it's so hard to explain because, like, when I say camp, it's not a tent. It's like a fucking building these people bring out into the middle of the desert in a semi. They put it up in under a week. I mean, you guys have seen the pictures. It's phenomenal. Those are the camps. Like, those enormous buildings, that's a camp. And they just do that. It's a community, right? Yeah. It's, but that, it just feels like everybody that doesn't do that, they either go with the purpose of being a sparkle pony or they have a really hard time integrating into the city of Blackrock and like into the community of it because they don't have anyone to show them like how. Like if I didn't have a camp to show me, you know, that there's a book you get with a fucking like schedule of every single camp in the entire city and who's offering food at every single hour on the hour all day long, I would have not known that I could just eat for free all day. Constantly. I had biscuits and gravy out there, my dudes. It's wild. But you wouldn't know it because you just don't have anyone like all of my camp has been going for like 20 years plus. So they were like, oh, yeah, you got to go here. You got to go here. Like they were taking me to all these places that they remembered fondly. And then that would make me branch out into that area of the city and I'd discover stuff on my own. But if I didn't have someone to take me over there, I wouldn't have had a reason to and I wouldn't have known to. Does that make sense? It happened in Vegas. I was at the karaoke bar and a bunch of like 20-year-old TikToker Insta kids came in and said, nope, I would sit right in front of that camera. Let's fucking go. I'll make a TikTok for you, bitch. And see, Vis, that's the thing. It's hard to say that I don't want to do that with strangers. I wouldn't say that if I was applying for a camp because they wouldn't accept you. The whole concept of Burning Man is to be the stranger and go out to the strangers. Like, that's the point. Like, that's the overarching concept of it is not to just sit with people you already know. Like, they actively discourage it, actually. Knowing one person can change everything. This is true. I mean, you'd know I'm there. Seriously, my camp isn't even going this next year, so Zach and I are lost. We don't even know what we're gonna do. We're hot while we're kind of on the edge of our ass looking for, because sometimes camps just, if your leader of your camp decides not to go for a year, your camp's not going. So you got to go find another camp, and we're kind of doing the same thing. Yeah, like, we're there. It would, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I would get my camp leaders to contact y'all, but they're not doing a camp this year. They've just decided not to. The amount of people who are watching the concert through their phone, that stuff is so weird. I don't understand that. It's so weird because I'm not into strangers either, but I mean, I couldn't even explain it. I couldn't explain it because no one explained Burning Man to me the way it truly is when I went. I don't think it's possible to explain, but it's the vibe of everyone is a stranger to everyone. Like, very few people actually have someone they're like buddying around with whom they know. Most people are out there just meeting, I mean, literally just creating a tribe out of nobody, out in the middle of nowhere. So, like, I get that. Like, I don't like public. I don't leave my house. I don't like that shit. But it's just a different feeling. It's a feeling of, like, you're not just one of a mass. You're one of potentially 35 to 70,000 people all out there looking to make another connection with another human. No one's there because they already have a connection with someone and they're just there to look at art and ignore the people around them. Every single human being wants to make a connection and talk about nothing. Like, one of the funniest conversations I had was with a 7-year-old wearing a kitsune mask that lit up in line for a grilled cheese sandwich. Her dads were so hot. That's right, I said dads. Her dads took her to Burning Man, and we were in line getting grilled cheeses together. That's Burning Man. It's impossible to explain it. It's a different species of people out there, I think. Because I get it. Like, it's not the same. I want everyone to go. If my camp was going, I'd make that happen, but they're not, so I'm fucked. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. It's nice. I feel like if you have that familiar human being, at least one, that human can become like your emotional home base. I understand that. And that's good. I'm not shaming that. Like, that's a good thing. Everybody needs that. Like, it can get daunting out there. It's huge, it's loud, and it's 24/7. I told you guys about that fucking liquid fuck. I always called him liquid fuck, but some fucker, like 2 streets down from us, rolled in a semi, put up a big DJ set, and 24/7 played "Oons, oons, oons, oons," and not one person ever stopped to dance, ever, because it was just "Oons, oons." I learned how to sleep through "Oons, oons" real fast. But that, like, sometimes it just helps to have someone there to bitch at, who you know, who won't judge you for bitching. That's honestly, that's kind of what it feels like. For a lot of people, it probably is very similar to that, Glut. Because, like, any of those big old camps that sets up, like, an astronomical structure like the Thunderdome or something like that, they actually go a week earlier than everyone else and spend the entire week building that. And then the rest of us show up for, like, 11 days to enjoy said stuff, and then we all pack it up and leave. It's crazy. So that's probably what it feels like to them. They gotta be so tired. Can you imagine building that shit in, like, 100-degree weather in the middle of the desert? I can barely function. So it's all, like, different people and lots of strangers, but adjacently all doing the same thing, kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, I go to concerts and stuff like that. I go to big events where there's lots of people who all have something in common. It's just a totally different feeling. Like, I'm trying to think of certain instances that will always stand out to me. Like, I remember there was this one moment when Zach and I were just riding our bikes around up and down the streets, just exploring, seeing if there's anything cool or any food that was mysteriously available or something like that. And out of nowhere, I mean, we were like, I think we were a good 3 streets away. Both of us, like, I swear to God, if we had tails, they would have started wagging. We heard Tool. And most of the desert, unfortunately, is a lot of EDM, like a whole lot of EDM. But EDM is kind of designed for headphones. And so when you play it off of a big stage into a big open, flat fucking desert, it just sounds like all the time. So when you hear some good music, dare I say, you get real fucking sweaty, excited. I swear to God, Zach and I were like, Tool? And just like fucking took off these streets following the sound. And we just found a random camp. It was actually a camp that was like pink flamingo themed. And pink flamingos with dicks. And they were just doing a random hour of Tool. They had a DJ in that was doing a Tool set for an hour. And it was just like a handful of people just standing around, you know, the metal like hand in your pockets, like, fuck yeah, man. Everybody's just fucking. I knew nobody. I mean, except Zach is there. Zach is like losing his mind. He's like a foot off the ground. Looks like the bass player from Metallica, like dancing to this Tool music. He's so excited. And out of nowhere, this dude, like another person from a good 50 feet away from me, just crosses the entire crowd of people listening to Tool, comes over and is like, "The fucking playa delivers, right, my man?" And then just that was it. It's just full of little things like that where someone just connects and then leaves. You're not expected to hold a conversation or sit there and share a phone number. There are no phone. Your phones don't work out there. I'm sure you guys are aware of that, but there's nothing. And like, no one's talking about their screen name or what they do for a living. No one cares. First question you're going to get asked out there is, what year is it for you? And if it's your first year, you've made your new best friend because they're going to want to adopt you. It happened to me so many times. Like, people just want to share the playa with you so bad. No one's there gatekeeping literally anything at all. They're just like, do you love all the things they love? And that's it across the thing. And it was just, I mean, it's the first place in my life. It felt, you know, at nighttime, especially with the lights and all the cool shit going on in the big part of the playa. It feels like a carnival, like the world's largest carnival, but there's no puke anywhere. Like, none. There's no trash anywhere. None. At all. Fucking period. It's spotless. People respect that place so much. Because it started as a social experiment. It's like, can we throw 35,000 people in the desert, set up a city for a week, and leave it the same as we came in? Yeah, we can. We found it out. It's kind of cool. But, that, like, I'm trying to think of the word. I just had it. We've toyed with the idea of this. Our camp leaders are really type A. Like, on it. And if you're the camp leader, you're the person driving in a semi, you are driving in all the stuff for the camp structures, you're organizing everyone's tickets, purchases, all that kind of stuff. No. Like, sometimes I brush my teeth twice in the morning just to make sure it happened at least once. It's I couldn't. Like, I'm a great helper, but being the in charge of that, oh god. I think I'd stress myself into a panic attack. Just being like, you know, in charge of things running smoothly so that everyone involved in your camp can go have fun. That, like, when with the rain last year, oh my god, I can't even imagine the stress of that. Because I mean, if you were, thank fuck, we were sleeping in the Jeep, so we were a good 2 feet off the ground. Most of our camp were in tents. Tents. On the ground. Cheers. Oh, that was the last thing I was gonna say, sorry. So there's no trash anywhere, tons of people, though, everywhere, and then one thing that I thought about when I got home that was crazy that, like, stood out heavily is, and this is pretty obvious, like, Burning Man, there are no drugs and alcohol out at Burning Man, right? But regardless of the constant state of sobriety on the playa, I never, I mean, and I asked people afterwards, I asked so many people, never once did I see a tense moment, a fight, like an argument, nothing. Never. And that was crazy because I can't remember the last time I went to a bar and didn't see someone thrown out for being stupid or something. It was like you know what I mean? Just the fucking like vibes, for lack of a better word. I hate that word, but you know what I mean. The feeling around you is so different. It doesn't like incite that atmosphere at all. We're all good Christian campers worshiping, like hallelujahing. 100% dramatic, and that's the thing about Burning Man is it's so big and so vast. It's whatever you want it to be. So, for instance, you will never be inundated in a crowd of a billion people like a sardine if you don't want to be. Does that make sense? You never will be stuck doing something you don't want to. Like, more often than not, I found myself buck fuck alone in the middle of nowhere where the thing I could see was one light farthest away. Like, I had to have, um, like landmark points of different colored lights, and that's how I knew which direction to go back home. You can be as alone, I mean, arguably more alone than you've ever been in your entire life if you want to out there. Or you could be in a group of people who are spitting fire and doing cool fire dances in leather bikinis and shit like that and teach you how to do it with them. Like I mean, name it. It was out there. There was a camp. I think I've told you guys about this one, but it's obviously one of my favorites. The front of the building, it's one of the big established camps. It's like on the major inner circle. It's actually really close to Costume Cult. I can't remember the name. Oh, yes, I do. It's a furry camp. So the main building is quite literally a perfect fucking replication of the whorehouse from Beetlejuice, but life size, like the screaming mouth and everything, flames blowing, perfect. But it's a play on furries. Fuck, I already forgot it. Hell's Furry or something like that. No, what's the name of the whorehouse in Beetlejuice? It's a play on that, but with furry in it. It's a furry camp regardless, but you can just go into this screaming mouth and a bunch of awesome furries will deck you out in furry gear and help you find your fursona. And then you walk out and now you have a fursona. They also had a vending machine outside that looked like BJ the dinosaur from Barney, but it was full of bad dragon dildos, and if you got too close to it, it would just scream, excuse me, faggot, as loud as possible. You didn't actually get to use the vending machine. You just got screamed at. That kind of shit. You don't have to do any of that. I mean, that's like one little sliver of a pie that's fucking infinite. Like, I don't think I could go for the next 20 years and never see all of it. I don't think it's possible to see all of it. It's so huge. But I know a lot of you are like me. And I've never lied to you. I very much am the introverted extrovert who needs to recharge my battery. I'm not going out to Burning Man and suddenly becoming like, let's fucking go 24/7. I love people. Nah, bitch. I got a Jeep for a reason. I can close my doors and shut the world out. But I felt I didn't need to. I could literally just drive my bike in a different direction and suddenly be in the middle of the desert, see every star known to man, and hear nothing. And it's not like I've driven into the mountains where I'm gonna die. I can still see Burning Man, but it's such a huge open space. You know, is it Dante's Inferno? That's what it is. That's the play on furries. Thank you. Yes. That's exactly what it is. It's so cool. We lived like one block off that street, so I passed that building a lot. It was just my favorite. I love Beetlejuice, but the realism of that whorehouse was so sick. It's really fucking cool. There are drugs at Burning Man? No. Who said that? There's no drugs at Burning Man. You know what's funny? The hardest theoretically, allegedly, the most difficult thing to imbibe in when on the playa is probably marijuana. Absolutely, it's marijuana. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause it smells! So cops find it very easy to bust, and they look for it, and that sucks. How much is it for one night? Honestly, it wouldn't be worth it for one night. I wouldn't even advise it for one night. It would take you I mean, just getting in and setting up would take you longer than you'd have just to hang out. I don't even know if they sell a ticket for one night. Probably. I don't know. I'm actually really excited for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice as well. Only way I would go is if I created an electric mini car RV, like a big raccoon topped with enough solar and packed with enough batteries to power AC the whole trip. You wanna know the best? So, I'm sorry I've gone off. We're gonna take a break real quick and watch these videos, don't worry. They buffered finally, and we've got them. But one of the coolest things at Burning Man is the gifting culture. I've told you guys this, there is no money on the playa. None. Period. If there is something on the playa, it is available and it is free to you. It is a gift. It is considered a gift, and a gift is a gift. You don't owe them anything, nothing, and it's all over. So, like, every camp has a gift. My camp, we offer alcohol-free lemonade all day. 'Cause, like, there's a lot of booze out there, and it's dry and hot as fuck. Um, one of the best gifts that's actually so common, like, it's not like you have to have something unique. You don't have to, like, apply. I mean, so many camps, their gift is just booze. It doesn't matter, just bring you don't even have to bring a gift. There's no requirement. It's just kind of one of those things that's a cool tenet. But one of my favorite gifts that was literally almost every 2 streets of that half circle, mist camps. Motherfucking misting camps, my dudes. Until it rained, in which case it was very humorous. But literally, it was camps that were completely constructed of PVC pipe that had holes poked in it, little tiny holes. And it was just, it was an enormous plot of the playa with just blow up furniture. And you could just walk in and lay out on the blow up furniture or on the ground or just stand and be misted by freezing cold water at any time all day. It was so I mean, in almost every line I ever stood in, like, to get food or ice cream or my ass smacked for some fucking reason because some camp was doing something weird, there was always someone with a fucking thing of water, like a weed sprayer, but full of water, just spraying the fucking line down, hosing us down. It was amazing. I very rarely ever felt overheated or, like, dried out there. There's such a respect. Everybody brings this huge, like, 300-gallon tank out there. There's so much cooling down because it's really I mean, it is, and what I noticed is most people like, they have a name for it, I didn't come up with this. There's, like, day burners and night burners. I tend to be both. I wanna see it all, and there's a lot of things that, like you guys know, I told you guys about that fucking drone show. If you've never seen a drone show, you need to see a drone show. Holy shit, that's still one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, had no idea that was even gonna happen, and I thought I was that there's no drugs out there, but I was like, "Am I high? Oh my god." It was incredible. Um, play a give, walk around with a 5-gallon bucket of sunscreen? Dude, no shit. Do it. Oh, what most people do is they're either a day burner or a night burner, and in that there's, like, this period in the middle of the day where people usually sleep. It's like siesta time, but it's like I wanna say, like, noon to 5. Everybody just goes inside or they go and lay in the mist camps or whatever, and they go nap because it's just sun. It's just sun. You're from Texas, Robo. It's just sun. It's just fucking sun, man. Nothing's really enjoyable in that. So that tends to be when everybody sleeps, and then everybody goes out during all the other times because that's when it's a lot cooler out. Greg, my love, how are you? Sunscreen would not be a bad gift, honestly. No drugs, man. Honestly, I never saw any drugs. I mean, I only ran across one person who seemed out of their I think they were just drunk. But we kinda had to assist them back to their camp. They were alone. I'd love to go to Burning Man someday. My mom actually, didn't think people did drugs at Burning Man until recently. You know what? Very honestly, not a joke at all, the vast majority of people out there aren't doing drugs. I mean, they'll have an occasional drink. The vast majority of people out there are not doing drugs. It's impossible to sustain, I think, is the main reason. We're out there for such an extended period of time, and it's real hot, and it's real dry, and, like, if you're consuming anything, it should probably have water in it. I think it's just really hard to maintain. I mean, it's an honestly, Robo, like the Black Rock City is built on government land. It's like a national park. Therefore, no drugs are legal. Period. None. It's not like a Burning Man specific thing. It's like nothing. That being said, I mean, like, I don't assume none of you are this fucking idiotic. Don't be walking around Burning Man with a blunt hanging off your hand. Smoke up in your tent. Literally, I hotboxed the fuck out of my Jeep. It was glorious. That's all you gotta do. It's literally just don't be an idiot. I mean, because sting cops, whatever you want to say, undercover cops. There's a couple out there that are looking to bust people for being either, erratic and violent or whatever. And the easiest thing to bust is to smell weed. But just don't sit on the edge of camp with a bong. Like, we've all smoked weed for how many years now illegally, and we're not in jail. So, like, I think we can figure it out. Me and my watch. Side note, this is from Burning Man. Still hasn't fell off. Crazy. I mean, there's not too many drugs out there, honestly. Like, there's some people who will, like, dabble here and there. But most people, it's just, like, seriously, it's exhausting. Like, that is one thing out there that can be rough. It's become excessively more accessible than it's ever been. Sorry, that was kind of a tongue twister. But there's accessibility camps. No shit. Like, there's a cat bus camp who has a cat bus, and they can help drive people from point A to point B. There's camps that bring in semis of donated golf carts for people who have mobility issues. You can go rent. It's a gift. Again, no money involved. You go get a fucking cart, and then you have your mobility across the desert. But if you don't have mobility issues, don't be selfish. Don't go steal golf carts. There are people who have mobility issues and need them. Suck it up and ride a bike, bitch. Be like me and just hate everything. But no shit, you are biking miles. I mean, it's miles at a time. I mean, you don't really notice it because it's so flat and it's kind of like nothingness for a while, but it's exhausting. I don't know how anyone could be on like anything but weed or maybe a beer. Weed and beer. Like the naturals, I guess you would say. Anything hard, I don't know how you could function out there because you know what I mean? There's no shortcuts anywhere. Like I don't know what they would do. Make an art cart. I mean, Robo, you've heard about the art carts, right? You've heard us talk about them. The art carts are one of my favorite things. I mean, I will forever look for the Pac-Man ghosts. That's my new thing. Everywhere I go, I'm like, Pepe! There's 3 of them out there, and they change colors, and sometimes they'll join together and start chasing each other. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, art cars are the best. Art cars are fucking phenomenal. They are so cool, and they don't have to be like, you know, sculptures of fucking what blah, blah, blah. It can literally just be a bunch of LEDs that make a goddamn Pac-Man ghost, and it's like across the desert. Like you're looking out and you're like, look at the moon coming up over the mountains, and suddenly the pink ghost across your vision, and then it's just gone forever. And that was your night, Burning Man. Yeah, we should probably take a break. You got me too excited. And then I'm avoiding this video, honestly. It's just gonna be sad, but we have happy times for afterwards. It's just unfortunate that the world's, shitty like it is. Dreamonic, that was one thing I mean, the rain sucked. However, one, I guess, thing that was kind of cool about that horrible rain was that I got stuck in my Jeep for many, many days. And because you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's no reception or anything. The only thing you have is the Black Rock radio. There's a radio station run by Black Rock City once a year for that week. And they were helping people get out of the rain, and they would interview them. So if they were giving people shelter, they would interview them. And one of the people happened to be the leader of the cat bus camp. And they went off. I learned so much about how much this organization is trying to make it like fully fucking accessible across the goddamn board. It's amazing. Amazing. Because, I mean, like, we have to be real. Every single one of us are going to have accessibility issues at one point. I ain't going to be able to ride my big tired bike 7 miles one way and back when I'm in my 60s, but I might still want to go to Burning Man. My knees will be shot. I'll need my robot knees by then. Like, it needs to happen. People don't stay mobile forever. Pinky? All right. I was trying to put on a different playlist because this one's just ClassyKatie and Forever, which is great, but like, you know. Let's do this one. All right, I gotta pee. Let's take our first break. Oh shit, Sronlin, what do you think of it? I've been thinking of it ever since you showed it to us, actually. I'm kind of excited for your review. I pulled it up. Hold on. Pause. Ooh, it looks cool. I would never stop staring at it. Dude, dramatic, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, mobility is not guaranteed for any fucking one of us. We opened up stream today talking about how many of us have broken bones. We could break something that makes it so I can't walk that long. I still want to go to Burning Man. I don't think any of us should be deterred from experiencing the art and cool shit at Burning Man just because our bodies are shitty. Mine included. I'll never take for granted that I have my legs that work, even though my knees are a piece of shit. I'm just moving these links over. God damn it. I'm failing so hard. There we go. That one's buffered. That one buffered. Yeah, they all look good. Oh, this is so nice. I'm so excited. Nothing looks broken. I like to thank the Academy. Nope. Not sure it's worth the price tag. Probably maybe for a gift. Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. If you go on the Burning Man subreddit or whatever social media you enjoy, there's probably a Facebook, whatever. There are regional burns, I think is what they're called. Regional burns that happen all over the world. I mean, and I could go on, but that is probably one of my number one favorite things about Burning Man is that it's so international. I met people from everywhere. Just on accident, you know? They just sit down at your table, whip out their weird European cigarettes that are pink, long, and skinny, and they're like, hello, how are you? I have not slept in 7 days. I feel fantastic. And you're like, you look fantastic. What the fuck? What are those lashes? They're amazing. I know. Thank you. You like fuck? It's incredible. Burning Man is so, so weird. The world needs a lesson. I'll be right back. Stand up, stretch your dicks, load a bowl, get some water, make sweet. I don't even have a source. Like, I don't have a source selected for my fucking system sounds. Why that just decided to ding-a-ling, I apologize. That was me. I heard it outside. My God. Also, the Satan's fuck. My Jesus, Catherine. My Lord. Welcome back, everybody. I just grabbed, this is the fabric that made my hands look gross. One of them. But I like it. I like the color. It's pretty. It reminds me of Vissy for some reason. Have you had your hair this color recently? No. I don't know. Seems like your color. I know. It was eggplant. I like the linen does this. Like the inconsistencies. I like that. I don't know. I kind of like the splotchy color of it where like the I don't know. You can double dye them and then you don't have that, but I kind of like it. It almost looks like tie-dye. A little. My ding-a-ling. This is the color of our matching sweaters. That's why. Oh my God, this is the exact color of our matching sweaters. I figured it out. That's why. Yep. This is that color. I figured it out. Yeah, it's pretty. And then the other one I did, I'm kind of excited to see how it came out because it said it's Kelly green, which I think is like grass green. Like a pale grass green or whatever. I don't know. It's still in the bath. But now I have fun colored material. Yeah, it's like grass green. It looks like it's going to be super pretty, but them together makes it makes my skin look so much more yellow. Oh, God. Oh, dude, these are the ones that BDO got me. They're seriously like, I feel like there's a hair on me. They're like $20. Oh God, what is the brand? What is the brand? It's like M. It's just BDO. What are they, dude? They're so good. They just say M. Oh my god. Whoa. I don't have the box. What is the brand? The moment I see BDO, he might be lurking. He's been like taking time off. He's super relaxed. He might be sleeping. I'll ask him because he got him for me. He wears them too. I know. I mean, seriously, it's crazy just the cost of things. You know? Recently I was looking online, like dreaming, but all of my leggings have holes or stains or burns in them or something. They're years old. I mean, it's crazy. And I was like, I'm just gonna look and like maybe I can save up and get myself some leggings. And you can get pretty cheap leggings on Amazon and stuff like that, but you look anywhere else and I'm just like, how the fuck does 2 tubes of spandex cost 86 to over $100 for non-pocket leggings? And I'm not even Lululemon. Like these were indie brands. What the fuck? I don't get it. That's it. They're the MEE Audio M6s. Thank you, Music Man, you wonderful brain. I fucking appreciate you. Land's End. I'm gonna write that down. I mean, I would love leggings with pockets, but I just need leggings that don't have holes and shit in them. Like all of my clothes are falling apart. I'm at that point where it's like I can't really get away with it anymore. But I mean, I would never. I do not understand how 2 tubes of spandex can cost so much money. There's no fucking way. It's spandex. It's spandex. Dude, Music Man, fucking appreciated, man. Because it just has this tiny little M on it, and I didn't. Oh man. Hold on. Land's End. And then I was gonna write down those, and I'll try to make an alert for him. ME Audio M6. Oh, and this best part, they come with a baggie of like a million, not a million, but like 8 different sets of the inner ear parts. You can change it out for the tiny ears. That's important to some of us with freakishly tiny inner ear. No Shidramonic, that's fucking nice. I mean, I've gone through the ringer with headphones and IEMs and shit like that. There's definitely something to be said with some stuff, but it's not, I mean, it's to a point of like, are you sitting and listening to music because you're listening to the music, or do you have it on the background doing other things? These are perfect for option 2. I mean, they're great for option 1 too, but if you're like an audiophile, you can definitely get yourself some nice headphones. They're just so unnecessary. They're so expensive. Yep, Viata, no shit. Is it these ones? No, I wore leggings that I had on yesterday. Like right here, there was this tiny little burnt hole, and I was like, what the Oh. I probably know what that's from. Take your joy.
Did you take your joy today?
I
Never
need a
forget to
little.
take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
All right. So we have some videos to watch. I'm starting with, I mean, Legal Eagle is amazing. I'm sure we're all aware of the political nature of the world, which is why I'm going to load a big fat bowl right now. But then I have a couple videos after that that are gonna make our spirits high and happy and not feel so much like, what did we do anything for ever? Take your meds. Where's my, oh my god, my ashtray? Bowl time. Left leg. I have one on a left leg one too. It's so bad. Or like resin. If you get a drop of resin and it dries, it like eats the fabric, and then when you pick it off, there's a hole. It's terrible. Wait, it has fairies on it. That sounds really familiar. I feel like maybe I saw it in the Discord or something. I don't know. Put it in the Discord. I'm back in. I've got so many DMs. I'm doing my best. But it's not stolen anymore, and from what I can tell, nothing happened. I don't think they actually got into my account, thankfully. Two-factor works sometimes, I guess. It's so sad we live in a world where we need that. I feel like nothing's safe anymore. It's like it's all robocalls, it's all spam emails, it's all spam texts. Like, fuck? What's going on? Yes, I think they're asleep on the couch. M6 Pro owner for no shit about over 2 years. Chat, please note there's an M6, M6 Sport, and M6 Pro. Sport are not detachable. Pro can get a BT adapter, and all three can use the same memory foam tips. Boom. Thank you, Harper. Good to know. I think these are the. I have no idea. I know they were extremely inexpensive, considering my other IEMs were around $800. Disgusting. You think these are the Sport? They're very comfy. I like them. They're really the weirdest thing about IEMs, if you've never worn an in-ear monitor, which is this type of earbud, if you will, the weirdest thing you have to get used to is you feel nothing. I always have a hard time getting used to that. After like going from my big cans to these, I feel like I'm constantly like, are they still in my ears? All the time. It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, Music Man, it's your life though, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm sitting at my computer and music is the absolute focus, like I'm looking for new music, I put on my focals and I sit here and be fancy. But I truly hear more. And it gives me a better experience with the music. But if I'm like, the music is just background stuff right now, like it's not worth the headache of the cans. Okay, so like I said, hold on. I'm gonna put we have we have 2 TikToks that I think will be funny, and then Saronlin showed us. So if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, Saronlin was talking like found this cool. It looks like a spinning globe, but I can't even explain it anymore. And we were all like, I wonder if it's actually that cool in real life. Saronlin went and fucking bought it. I think it looks that cool, but Saronlin says maybe not worth the cost. It does look awfully magical. Like, my stoner ass wouldn't stop. I'd be like sitting there like, where am I going to go next? Boop. Okay. Boop. Okay. Boop. It'd be terrible. You know what I'm saying? We looked at the website. I mean, unless you saw it on your own. Yeah, we looked at the website when someone was talking about it. And the website made it look super fucking cool. But I was like, it reminds me of those stores you would see in the mall that sold cheapy stuff like that, where it looked really cool for 2 seconds and then broke down or something. They have different, like, I think that's actually, Saronlin, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the smaller version? I think there was a big one, and then there was a smaller one that was cheaper. Yeah, it looks like something to be at Spencer's, but that actually looks very cool. Oh, yeet, that sounds hot. But did you come? I still get up and forget to take mine out. Mm-hmm.
Hail Satan.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're gonna do the first 2. We're gonna do the TikToks first. Or that. The dogs are going off. I just didn't want them to set off y'all's dogs. They're really going. I don't know what the fuck they heard. Stop. Please. I love you. Damn. Her face is so intense. I'm sorry if she set your guys' dogs off. I know. They're so silly. I mean, I think we must be like a special straight shot road from a fire department or something, because I do hear sirens a lot. And it's not like they're going anywhere near me. I think they're just passing by my house. I think we're like a road or whatever, you know what I mean? Stop. Not today, ma'am. And that, I mean, I think that sets off every dog because it hurts their eardrums, I think, doesn't it? It makes them sad. I love them. They are silly dummies, though. Okay, so what I was saying was, I figured we could watch the first 2 TikToks, maybe laugh a little, have our souls crushed, and then we'll laugh a little afterwards. I don't know, mix it up a bit. I feel like I'm just gonna get so mad. Like, I know I will. I always do. I keefed. You guys made me keef. Don't forget your keef tray. He literally will just sit somewhere and he like tilts his head down, but he looks up. It's like he knows what he's doing. Does like sad eyes at me, like he didn't do anything wrong. He's just not being currently touched. I know. Well, I mean, that's, I guess, election season is a full fucking year. You're not wrong. Oh, cute, dude. I will never not have a soft spot for labs. I love labs so much. They are just love. Big, dumb love. I do sure love them. I do sure love them. Who is she? I know. I feel like election year, it's like the vast majority, I guess, that I'm fed and I see is so negative. No one talks about what, the Biden administration has done for our country. They only talk about his age and then he walks upstairs slow. And it pisses me off because we all know that the president is the head of a snake and the body does all the work, really. You know? I just It's all mudslinging. That's a good way of saying it. It makes me feel gross about everybody. I'm just like, you can't tout being nice. If this is, regardless of what side you're on, if someone on the opposing side just talks mad shit about your candidate's age, does that mystically change your opinion? No, it just makes you think like, the fuck? Like, sure, they're old, but no one talks about the good shit anyone's done. I don't know. It's a weird mentality that makes me tired. Yeah, tell me what the fuck you've done. What did you do for our country? Like what did you actually do? Not just what did you talk about? Not what did you want to talk about? Like what did you fucking do? What was actually accomplished? You know what I'm saying? I find elections so filthy because working within the system, you see the truth of things and the rhetoric is forever founded on the truth of things. Yeah, I know. Some people are old, right? I know people my age that are dumber than a bag of rocks, man. No shit, Dunpeel. Imagine. Isn't the Netherlands is like hella flat and cold though, right? Oh my god, Bub. He's ripping my headphones out. I mean, Kinger, like, and you bring up like a good point. At what point in history has it ever been not a case of just voting for the less of two evils? And evil being subjective, I just use that word, the lesser of two charts. Like, do you want a hot spicy or do you want a wet drippy? That's the way it's always been though. That's politicians, man. You're never gonna get some glowing perfect person. Genova, how are you, love? I'm sorry you came in on dripping shits. Yeah, it's just, man, politicians, dude. You gotta look into what they actually do and not listen to this negative nonsense. My fear right now is that a lot of people on the left are rightfully unhappy with Biden for supporting Israel, but like we still need to vote for him because the alternative is Trump. I know, I get it. I 100% understand, and it makes me. I hope people wouldn't make such a rash, drastic decision based. I don't know. I know people will. Everybody makes terrible I mean, I don't want to talk about this stuff all day. We're gonna watch happy stuff in a minute, but like people still like metaphorically and spiritually suck Obama's dick. And he like legitimately didn't do shit and put a whole lot more soldiers over in the east. And I mean, I don't know. People like to pick and choose who they hate on, I think. Is that the best itch right now? Yeah, it's the best itch. Oh, yeah. We got a good spot. Yeah, thanks, Bubba. Thank you. I keep having a very dark thought. The longer they don't charge Trump, the longer they can use him as a cudgel. He's still a threat. Don't question us. There's a bigger threat loom. I mean, I wouldn't. You're not. You're probably not far off. You know what drives me nuts about the whole Biden old thing? Trump is a whole 3 years younger than him. 81, 78. They both old. Why is that his attack? I know. I agree. I agree 100%. And they both. I mean, age or not, we all stumble over our fucking words 'cause talking out loud is hard. Words are hard. I don't know. I think it's cheap shots. It's cheap shots. I think that's it. It's unintelligent cheap shots. Or they bring up his son, Hunter Biden's laptop. Or, oh, but right into the mic. You good? It's just bullshit like that. I think it's honestly just cheap shots, hoping something will stick. McConnell did. McConnell, let's. All I want for Christmas is that guy to trip on sharp Legos forever. And that's the thing, like, I'm the same. It's always been between two, like, oh, I'm not really a hundo on both of these, but one of them is, I mean, the embodiment of a heroin football shaped size shit coming out of Satan's asshole. And one was a juicy shart. Neither do I want to experience, but one could rip out my O-ring and I'll bleed to death. So, you know. McConnell has announced he will not seek re-election. No shit. Good. He will serve. Do you know when? Oh, his term is until 2027. Well, that's, I mean, we haven't had something to look forward to for a bit. There's nothing to smile about anymore, but I don't know what to do. How are you guys doing? Good? Yeah? Do you need to go outside? What is your damage today, bud? I know. We need to watch. I think I was gonna run a 3-minute ad real quick. Let them shit their bodies, and then is it Liz first? Do you want to cry or laugh first? Because I'm gonna cry at the Liz one regardless. Because I know if you guys don't know, we're gonna watch Liz on the Charismatic Singer. She's going to react to the live recording of the Foo Fighters tribute concert. They play My Hero. I'm gonna cry even talking about it. We've already watched it on stream, and I lost my goddamn shit. And you know what? We'll just watch it. She's gonna cry. We're all gonna fucking cry. We already, yes, Lizzie is the one with his son. Again, he looks like his dad. He drums like his dad. Like, oh, yeah. It's and then after that we have Zafrank, and then a couple other cutesy, funny things that people sent me during the last one that I saved. I know. It's good crying because it's like the worship of probably what we know, and I think, I mean, the Foos seem to have a wonderful opinion of him, like a good man that suffered addiction. This is my other poodle. I figure she could say hi. Hi, Bill. How are you today? Good. Excellent. It sounds eventful. Yeah. Did you do a lot? You howled. I saw that. That was intense. Did you shit where mom cleaned up the yard yesterday? Mm-hmm. A big one, right? I appreciated. It's not fertilizer as much as you want to try to say it is. This is, I mean, Music Man, have you seen this? Have you seen the Foo Fighters video? Should we just play it before, I mean, when we come back, we'll play the original real quick, because she's going to pause through it a lot, as she does, because she's analyzing the vocal track. But if you guys want to, like, actually just watch the Bare Bones video first and then watch hers, it's only like 2 minutes, but it is. I mean, the song is already phenomenal, but man, the added emotion to it's pretty fucked. Most sufferers from addiction are good people. I like people who recognize that. I mean, people who don't they're cold. That's cold. It's a good context. Yeah, I think it's good to watch the original. Let me pull it up real quick so it'll be ready when we... Bill's getting her favorite scratch, so this is perfect. Yeah, she pauses like I do. We've already watched it, though, on stream, so I will not pause it. But it is... heart-wrenchingly, wonderfully done. Yeah. Foo Fighters, my hero. Baby, y'all. You're so soft, Bill. Oh, God damn it. The thumbnail is a picture of his kid. He looks so much like him. Look at this. Okay, break. Stretch your dick. Let a bowl. Get a water. I'll be right back. I dyed a bunch of fabric yesterday. And, you know, touched it. So, green and purple make disease, I guess. I know, it makes my face look very yellow. Pac-Man. Just 2 baggers. It's incredible. I'm just like, where does it come from? It is. It's that fucking primo Canadian dog food, dude. I mean, Rod. The 7 sharts. The 7 sharts of Katie's desk. I'm throwing it in. I'm never not inclined. All right. I pulled up the original. My computer, I'm not shitting you. I was looking at my Spotify while I was out in the yard with the dogs, watching the baby arm be born. It almost tried to play Foo Fighters Everlong, and I was like, no. Not yet. These dogs, they give, I mean, it's insane. Their shits are as big as their fucking ankle. I mean, it's just incredible. It's wild. I use like grocery bags. It's fucking insane. Kel, that's fucked up. Communication is broken down, I think. Okay, so we're gonna watch the original first. I don't know what to say other than possibly a lot of tears. It's heart-wrenching, man. If you didn't know, the drummer of Foo Fighters passed away very recently. And this is a clip of part of their tribute concert. And they invited his son to come play on stage. Donna, you come in. Oh my gosh, Donna. So I think you watch this and stuff. I didn't know shit. That was phenomenal. I agree, Meebo. I can't. My eyes are like swollen shut. That was the cry to laughing has destroyed me. Is it? How in the fuck? It's because my back ruined one day and then I had a day off. Fucking Christ. Let me see. That one was fucking great. I'm so glad you said something because I had never seen that one. We had 1 or 2 links I figure we could absolutely watch before we go that are just like really short stuff that people gave me like hours ago. But we got all wrapped up in crying and stuff as usual. Only bendy people can do the dragon. I mean, how even? I mean, there really isn't a purpose to the dragonfly position if your balls aren't on your ankles. So if y'all are thinking about it that hard, where are your balls? Katie has questions. Like, don't send them to me, but also, where are they? Realistically. I mean, if you think about it, all you would need to do is a squat, right? Like, if your testicles were quite literally like jingly bells hanging off your ankles, just like do a squat and then milk them to your dick or whatever the fuck. I have no clue what happens next. Ghetto, I don't think so. We learned today that the genitals of dragonflies, well, no, I think it was all of them. All dragonflies' genitals, like their penis and their balls are so far away from each other, it's the equivalent of your balls being on your ankles. So when they fuck, they have to like contort their body and do a little pre-fuck. Pre-fluff fucking, if you will. Fluff fucking. And then they can sexy time. But they basically have to like plug and play their cock. It's incredible. I don't know. So logistically, we were trying to figure out, you know, like what if humans had to do the dragonfly position? But I think really you just have to do squats. But I don't know. Once the balls and the penis are next to each other, now do you just like. I don't know what to do. Is it like getting static from a balloon? What happens next? Fluffer nutting, if you will. Yeah. I don't know what happens next. I'm guessing there was something with clampers. It's a mess. And people are all fucking worked up about trans people. My God. Just watch the Nature Channel for 10 minutes. People have no hobbies. Seriously. There's only penises and vaginas. Mm-hmm. Tell me you're a fucking idiot without telling me you're a fucking idiot. Seriously. It's just. I know. And yet, here we are.
Hell. Welcome. Please grab your swag bag on your way in. There are limited numbers.
And I mean, that's, you can't, there's no direction that, in my opinion, of what, you know, I feel like I'm like, I have like a little bit of knowledge of all sorts of things because I listen to so many fucking podcasts and stuff and retain the dumbest facts. But one of the things that I find very interesting is like the ancient, like historical, actual history of the existence of trans people goes back almost as fucking far as the history of people
Themselves.
So, like, you can't, there's nowhere for them to hide behind their hate and their nonsense. Because we can go back any area and be like, nah, dude, you got to start acknowledging transhumans as human beings because it's been that way forever. You're just deciding this now. You know? What up, Vex? How are you, love? Yeah, ghetto. There was a similar thought process. I mean, I'm sure many, many cultures, but I learned a lot about it in Thailand. Like a lot of people like to make offhand jokes about ladyboys, but the tradition of being trans or being born with not just one clear identifiable like male or female sex organ was worshipped. You were put in a temple and treated like a god the rest of your existence, and the entire city worshipped you like you were a god. And you did live like a god. You mean trans people are natural?
Holy shit. Whoa. What? Mind blowing.
In this economy? I know. It's only recent history that we all made it icky and did dirty, nasty, insulting things with anything. Seriously. Octopuses do something similar. They just hand over a package of sperm, basically. Okay, Don. So I read something ages ago about octopuses and how a lot of the times when they mate, the female will just decide the male is now a snack, like spiders and shit. So a lot of male octopus have designed a way to just rip their penis off, or what we would decide as a penis, but is like a sperm sac, and they just toss it at her and then swim away as fast as possible, giving them like an extra year of life. But oftentimes, one of their legs is said penis. So they have to like rip an arm off, throw it at the bitch's head, and then run as fast as they can. Or swim, I guess. It's kind of theatrical if you think about it. What a dramatic way to have children. Like, do you just show up a couple years later and be like, did it work? Oh, shit. Ah! Nice to meet you, kids! You just swim away as fast as possible? I don't fucking know. Octopus are wild. It's detachable penis for real, though. They kind of give him like, I think those dildos exist, Rod. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I saw them on Bad Dragon or something, where they like egg you. They're like an ovipositor. Oh, it can grow back. Can they mate again? Can they father, like, does it grow back as a penis? I don't know a ton about them, but that'd be cool. Katie, how many tickles to make an octopus laugh?
Is it tentacles? Is it tentacles? That's pretty good, actually.
I'll use it on Scott's kids next time I see him. They're gonna fucking like that one. There's also tentacle dildos. Yeah, I mean, how could there not be at this point? There's so much fucking hentai out there, which, like, as long as you're not fucking a real octopus, you do you, boo-boo. I'm not here to shame you. Cheers. Right? I'm not into it, but I ain't here to shame you. It's the same shit with Bad Dragon. Like, the vast majority of Bad Dragon dildos are just spicy looking dog dicks. I'd much rather you fuck that than a dog. Seek counseling, but just don't fuck dogs. Happy 420. Cheers. All right, let's watch our last couple of happy things. And I'll save, you guys give me a couple musics. I'll save those. Because I know how now. Well, you know what I mean. Brown cow. More normal day tomorrow. Yeah. This looks cute as fuck. I mean. Come on. Come on. You do you. Dude, I say it. It's seriously, it's such a, people could say it's, cliche or whatever. I think it's a great mantra to live by. As long as you ain't fucking hurting nobody, you do you, boo-boo. Dogs and children can't consent, so I shouldn't have to specify not to fuck them. Right? Yeah. That's how I same. It does not affect, if it doesn't affect me, it doesn't fucking affect me, and it's not my news. Now, if you want to vent and share shit with me, I'm here for it. But I ain't gonna go digging. It's not my business. I think it's awful gay how much these people think about all the gay sex we have and what it looks like or whatever the fuck. Dude, a retro gaming store that does fun YouTube shorts. Dude, bring it back though. I want to see those. Save those. I'm excited. A regular penis has got to be boring after Bad Dragon's scaled penis. I mean, I'm assuming if you're going to the giant Bad Dragons with the big knots and the ovipositors that a regular penis didn't excite you to begin with. That's just my assumption though. And that's no shade on penises. Some people just lack extra shit. Get it. That's why it's there. I know, hard same. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's definitely a therapy needed there, because, like, yeah. I don't need to say it. Look at this cute puppy. We all know, because we're all sane people. Ish. Sane strong. What's the word? We're not fucking pedophiles. That's probably it. There's more than one. Oh my. I love them. Well adjusted. Yeah. Like, sometimes I make jokes and say I'm not well adjusted, but I mean, obviously, if we're not out there, like, killing people, we're not out there slaying, we're like, we're making through our day to day. We're trying to pay our bills. We're trying to do our best. We're trying to make it through the day with doing the least amount of harm to another person. I'd say that's fair to say well adjusted, right? Because there's a lot of people out there not managing none of that. I'm turning the volume up because I think the sniffs are really quiet, but the sniffs are literally everything. This is very heartwarming. I don't know. I thought huskies were pretty high up on the smart, but I don't know. I honestly I only know about smart dogs because when you get a poodle. Did you know they're the second smartest breed behind border collies? I couldn't tell you what comes next. I can tell you, pugs are not it. Millie was the most perfect queen of my life ever, and we will not speak ill of the dead. But bitch was upstairs, you know what I'm saying? I love her. They look like weasels, and I love them. Oh, the different colored eyes. Oh my god, that's stunning. You're so pretty. Honestly, like, I've loved every single dog I've ever had ever. Every dog I've ever had will be the best dog I've ever had ever and is the best dog ever, and I love them. The intelligence does not make me like, these dogs spoil me rotten with how smart they are. It doesn't make me love them more than I loved all my other dogs. My disobedient dogs, that looked at me like, "Bitch, you think you're smarter than me? You think you run this place?" As Millie would fake pee and then run inside and piss right next to the door. Inside, because she was a bitch. Yeah. Oh my God. I saw a baby corgi being walked the other day and I quite literally almost just started crying in the middle of the road. Yeah. All dogs are perfect and deserve to be loved and given a safe home. And I will firmly stand by that. Period. I don't care about intelligence. Like, I didn't get these because you want to hear about my super intelligent poodle? Like, how stupid would I look? You guys see these guys daily on stream. Katie, shut up. Like, they're doofy motherfuckers. They remind me of labs. They've got the same, like, just goofy, floppy, kind of want to play all the time personality. Ooh. That sucks. And C-Vex, I feel bad for dogs because I don't know. I feel like something must have happened, like, in their past or something to make them have a trigger, and then that trigger happens. I've never been bit by a dog. I've never not had a dog. But my mom, she, like, I mean, we've always had dogs growing up, but she definitely has, like, a respectful fear of dogs. When she was a kid, she told me the story, and she showed me the scar. It's actually really interesting. So she was really young, walking home from school, you know, probably at the ripe old age of 5, because this was the 60s. And a dog, like a German Shepherd, broke through its fence and attacked her face and bit her face and broke her nose in half. Like her nose, like the cartilage, like, and she had to go in and get all these nasty stitches. Now the scars up here is like half comes out of her hairline, just a little tiny bit, and then the rest is in her hairline because you grow. Your skin moves. Fucking wild. But I understand. Like, I completely understand having a genuine, like, fear of I have a genuine fear of horses. Does that mean every horse in the world is evil? No. And I will refuse to ever believe that. But I'm very pro glue. Right, and that's the other thing, like, the intelligence that we talk about this way too often, but, like, humans, we only deem something intelligent if it acts human. How trainable are humans? Do we have any managers in chat? How trainable are humans? I'm just saying. Like, it seems to be the more intelligent a dog, the more, like, trainable they are. Depends on the human. Word, though. Word. We're pretty fucking trainable. Like, from a very young age. We're just monkey see, monkey do, right? For the most part. For the most part. I mean, outside extenuating circumstances. If we don't know any better, monkey see, monkey do, we kind of learn on accident. You know what I mean? It's kind of freaky. I think about that sometimes. Cheers. Anyways. Hold up. I'm just making sure I had. Okay, yeah. This one looks cute as fuck. What horse? Exact. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him think. It might hurt. No! Another snowstorm? I was reading about planting dates yesterday and getting really excited. Fuck. Dude, sit, stay down, fairly easy. Do no harm, super hard. Yeah. Do you think that has something to do with... I don't know. Is it... I'm assuming we mean, like, on purpose harm, maybe. I don't know. I feel like, and I'm not meaning to, like, be martyristic with this, but there's no... That's not a word, but that's what we're going to go with, because I know you know what I mean. There's no way anyone goes through life without at least accidentally hurting somebody else. Maybe not in a physical way, but you know what I mean? Like, in some passing way, I'm probably a bad guy in someone's story somewhere in my life. And I have no idea. Like, none. But I don't think that's possible to avoid if you live life and interact with other people. I think as long as you do your best. The rule is I must throw out some shoes before I get new ones, but after my recent, dude, recent 1 to 2 weeks, fuck the rules. Like, I'm 90% my father. Sure, my father's just on me. Dude, what a child. What a bitch. You should. If your shoes look like mine, it's time. I looked at my shoes the other day. They're doing that soft bubbling in the middle kind of thing and like the seams. But on the note of Burning Man, these survived the mud. Crazy. I almost might just frame one or tear out a shoelace and save the shoelace just as a memory. Like, I survived the mud in those motherfuckers. There was an experiment where there were 10 people in a waiting room and they had a plant. Every 10 minutes, a bell would sound and the plant would just stand. The plant would just stand up for a minute and then sit back down. After about 40 minutes, the whole room stood up when the bell sounded. They had no idea why they were doing it. They just thought they were supposed to and followed the leader. Honestly, evolutionarily speaking, if you think of us like animals, that's a very safe behavior to enact. You think about it like in terms of meerkats or kittens when they all like turn their heads at the same time. It's because, like if one thing that is your thing reacts in the environment, chances are it might be dangerous. You should probably react to it too. It's kind of beneficiary, but in the world we've created, I don't think it's like, it's more hilarious than anything. Yeah. It can have its benefits, but it's kind of more hilarious. I love dogs. Always have same. I love them more than most things in the world. I was a bit wait, I was bit on the leg by a large dog walking home from the bus stop. The dog had a reputation of being mean. I think they had to get rid of him due to more biting. I don't know for sure, but there was a rumor of him being half wolf. Man, I think it's just it's a I've seen so many people on like TikTok and Instagram and shit that are like some, attractive person who dresses kind of like they're a Viking, but they're absolutely American. And they have some giant husky and they're like, it's 29.73511129739111% wolf. Look at the beads in my beard. And I don't see badass, I don't see cool, I don't see impressive, I see really irresponsible and probably misinformed highly. Like, it's highly likely that's a fucking husky of some kind mixed with some other shit and someone got some big dollars off you. And if it's not, it's illegal what you're doing, and the likelihood of that thing waking up one day and ripping your throat out for a midnight snack is high. All dogs are descended from wolves, but it's an actual thing where people like to claim that their big dog is some percentage of wolf. Like, have you ever heard of people talk about breeding cat? Like, not breeding cats, but like the purebreds of cats, if they are bred to look like they'll breed them with like I think it's ocelots or something. It's like P1, P2, P3, I think. It's a genetics term. I can't remember the exact term for it, but it's like how many generations you are away from the like wild animal. People, it's just a thing to get clicks. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. There's actually been a few cases in the past 5 years of people losing their lives because they did go find a wolf puppy in the woods, steal it from its mom, and decide to try and raise it in their house. Oh, what? Yeah, like that's actually happened. And it's like, how many? Come on. Yeah, when we're all 5 and we find like a ribbit in the yard, we're like, Mommy, I want to keep a ribbit. Put it in a jar. It's my friend. I call it Squish. And your mom goes, No, because it'll probably die. When you grow up, you want some bigger animals that'll probably make you die. It just seems so dumb. Wild deserves to stay in the wild, my God. Oh my God, the main character syndrome, though, right? I just I'm all for a wildlife rescue. I love following wildlife rescues and shit. And unfortunately, that's what makes this shit come up. Because whatever the algorithm is like, ooh, she likes wild animals. How about this person who pretends they're a Viking, but they live in Minnesota and they claim they have a wolf, but really it was their nana's husky or whatever. Like, honestly, huskies look better. Wolves look scraggly as fuck, man. They're skinny fucks. They're just like big coyotes. It's just, it's so dumb. And mean to the animal, really. Yeah, there's actual yep, I think I watched a YouTube special years ago that was about they had some dogs that were, like, part wolf. I don't know how much, not a ton, but they had some scientists who volunteered to take these puppies home and raise them, and they just wanted to see, like, legitimately, if you raise them to be a dog, how did they turn out? And they went feral before they turned a year old. Like, they were climbing up the walls of a house. I watched the video. It looked like Exorcist shit, the way they would parkour off walls and stuff. Like, there's something vastly different, and I don't understand genetics enough to describe it, but it's there and it exists. And I think we all know the difference between a poodle and a wolf. And I think there was maybe, and as always, I invite you to call me out on this, maybe just possibly 1 or 2 years between the two. Just a couplies, fewsies, because like, well, anyways, on the topic of and there she lusted after her lovers there, whose issues were the issues of horses, and whose emissions were those of asses. Which now that we learned about dragonflies can go many ways. Why is that big man strangling tiny horses? Honey, what else he gonna eat? Have you seen him shirtless? Boy needs protein. He also campaigned against gerrymandering in American politics and for the environment. Good. I'm glad he did something with his fame, my God. An alpaca would be cute. I had an alpaca almost suck my hair off one time. I don't even know what that means. I know that sounded gross. My hair was in a ponytail, and the alpaca, like, got my ponytail in its mouth and sucked so hard I thought it was gonna scalp me. It didn't, but yuck. It was like, and I was like, "Ah!" Like, I thought it was gonna get me. It didn't. It's terrifying. Michael Myers donkey. Oh God. Oh, you can't see him. Trick is just. I'm getting the most cold stare. Hello, sir. Is it time? Would you like to say hola before we depart on our sunshine adventures? Hello, my son. How are you? How is your day, little poodle? We were talking about how smart you are. Do something smart. Say something in smart. You're really good at this game. Or not. Just chill. You're very cute, Bubba. How'd you get a hair on me already? Twitch is the Never Never Land for a lot of people where they go to escape the real world. We all have separate places we go to disassociate, and I think that's okay. Like, it's healthy. How'd you get a fuzz on me already? Take it back. Take it back. Did you get it? That's not it. Think so. Wait, calling all nerds? You calling me a fucking nerd? Sick. You get him. You're very cute. See how he crosses his paws? He's done that since day one. He's such a little gentleman. He may not be the most interesting poodle in the world, but when he is, he drinks Dos Aquas. I got orders 66 at McDonald's. I'm not enough of a nerd to know what that is, apparently. What is it? Hi, bud. good yawn. You got beautiful teeth. This is great. So, I hear Vissy's live right now. Should we go smack my bitch up? She be crafting. I very rarely actually get to see my girl stream because we oftentimes overlap. Oh, were you falling asleep? I'm sorry, bud. I won't move. I think he started falling asleep. Oh my. That's okay. Did you just fall asleep a little bit and lose your legs under you? You're very cute, bub. That's from Vissy. I'm not kidding you. She sent me a little love package for my birthday, and that's what it was wrapped in. That was the inside. And I loved it, so I hung it up. I thought it was a good positive. Oh, I've been claimed by the Void for many a moon. He's my sweet boy. You're a very good boy, huh, bud? You take shits that rival Fat Bastard, but you're a good boy. All right, let me raid my girl. Your soulmate, actually. You don't know, but she's out there. I know. And now there's Bill. Miss, Hey, so I noticed there was love happening over here, and I'm pretty sure I deserve all of it, because I'm kind of a self-centered bitch. So, give it to me now, or I'll haunt your fucking dreams and sit on your life and everything you love. P.S. I love you, Mom. She is a precious, precious girl, but she is such a love hog. My God, I have to work on her. Miss Ma'am, she gets very jelly. Like, I have to stop her from nosing in between me and Trick. Like, literally kind of palm her away and be like, Trick gets cuddles sometimes. You don't have to be between us. And then she just sits and pouts, but it's good for her. It's good for you. Now you can come say hi. What's up? Say hi to everybody before we say bye. Say hi before we say bye. No shit. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've never had a female dog that did that before, so I don't think it's the girl versus boy thing. But this girl, man, if she could be absorbed, she would love that. Huh, baby girl. Yeah, Vex. Well, no shit. I noticed she does it even when I'm just playing with them outside, not for any purpose other than to be a bitch. And I was like, maybe not. So I started being a bitch back in ways that makes me feel bad, but I know it's good for her. Like, when Trick wants to play fetch, I hold her back. Because she doesn't want to play fetch. She just attacks him so he can't go get the thing he wants to fetch. And she hates it. It's good for her. She's just a bitch. You're just kind of a bitch. He's just a lover. Look, he's down here cleaning her face. He's just the sweetest boy. I know, dude. Well, they were just chilling out there yesterday morning, and I went out. I come out the door, and I'm like, babe, I don't think you realize how big Bill has. Like, I'm sure it happens with children, probably a lot more drastically, but you don't realize how much they've grown until you see a picture of yourself with him, and then you're like, Jesus Christ, you got the fat head. It's cute though, you cute girl. It's actually not. She doesn't like fight me. We have these like martingale collars, that are meant for dogs that have big, long, skinny necks. So you hold them up here, and as soon as I put my thumb on that, she pretty much knows she's not going anywhere, and she just sits and pouts. Like sometimes she'll kind of wiggle a little, but she doesn't fight. This is what I'm saying. Like when I say I feel really spoiled by how smart they are and how easy they are to train because they don't fight anything. They just kind of like give in, like, oh, okay, that's what mom wants. It's not my favorite, but like, I guess. She doesn't fight. She just lives for this. Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, honestly, I saw the sibling dynamic, and that's why I started holding her back. I'm like, Nah, dude, Trick is not. He won't want to play fetch anymore if she intercepts him every time just to fuck him up. Like, she just wants to ruin his good time. That's all she's there for. And I love playing fetch with him. It's so cute. He loves to do it. He's such a fetcher. So she's fine. She gets her own special running time. It's not like I like lock her up or anything, but I don't let her ruin everyone's time. She's such a Lucy. Get out. I have to say that to Zach. Oh my God. What happened? Where did you learn such what happened? It couldn't have been me. Obviously. Fuck. Up, girl. Come on. We'll go outside in a minute. All right, let's raid my girl Vis. The dogs got to say their love. They really are, Mandel. I truly do like having big dogs. They're a lot. I mean, it takes like a year to get used to it, especially coming from a tiny dog. Like, the shits are just off the charts. You know, Millie shits. I could go a few days without picking up poop, and you wouldn't even know she took a shit. These dogs, I don't go 12 hours without checking for some monstrous baby arms in the backyard. Because God forbid they go running through one or something. And the sheer amount that they eat and like, you know, just little things, like big things like that, I guess, big little things, size difference. That's big. You know, they can act the same as your the small dog did, but like knock you the fuck out. That's always fun. Come on, keyboard. Today was fun and I appreciate you guys. Therapy day is always rough. I used to take therapy day, like, I'd have therapy it was in the middle of the day. I think that's why I did it. It was just a terrible time of the day. So it was hard to work stream around it. But I used to take the day off and then kind of clean the house manically. But I felt like I was just stuck in my head really hardcore. And I don't think that's very healthy. It's much better to come and hang out and just laugh about some stupid shit for a while and listen to some dope music. I think. Because our brains are mean. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys. This week, I would very much like to get back into Alan Wake and Bake and get the fuck. We're so close to finishing the first game, I'm pretty sure. And there's 2 more games. But I have a couple other games I really want to play. And they just look super cool. Like good stories, you know. For the record, I've never played Alan Wake. This is my first playthrough. So I just want to get back into it before I forget what the fuck's going on. But as usual, first couple hours of the day, hang out, smoke, drink coffee, listen to awesome music, bring your good videos. We shall imbibe. What's today? March something. Nothing matters. That's it. I'm gonna read my friend Vissy. You know Vissy from the chat. She's often hanging out here. She's one of my mods and one of the most precious people in the universe. Shall protect at all costs. So you better go be fucking nice. I was told recently that my eye contact on stream is unsettling, so now I'm gonna use it as a weapon. Love you guys. Bye.